my dear children. Welcome to Ambulipity Education Zone Grade 8 online class. I am Sylvia, teacher from Veeraba Model School. Today we are going to learn Unit 3. Let's be considerate. By learning this lesson, you will be able to extract necessary information from various types of texts. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to extract necessary information from the given story. Okay, children, today we are going to learn Activity 3.5, the magic words. I know that you all like to listen to stories. So, today also, we are going to listen to an interesting story. Before that, can you answer these questions? Who had a strange problem? What is his problem? Did the king punish his people? Who helped the king? Do you know the answers? No. Okay, don't worry. After listening to this story, you can find the answers. Once there was a king who had a strange problem. Even though he was an honest and just king, his people did not follow his orders. No matter how hard he tried to make his people follow his orders, they did not obey him. However, since he was a just king, he did not want to punish his people only for not following his orders. Therefore, the king summoned a great wizard who was known to be the wisest man in the kingdom. He asked the wizard if he could cast a spell that would make the people of this kingdom obey the king's orders. I think now you all got the answers. Shall we go through them again? Who had a strange problem? The king. What is his problem? His people did not follow his orders. Did the king punish his people? No, he didn't punish them because he was an honest and just king. Who helped the king? A great wizard. Do you know who is wizard? Here you can see the wizard. The old wizard, who did not want to disappoint the king, cast a spell on the people of the kingdom. But all his efforts were futile. None of the people followed the king's orders. So, my dear children, could the wizard solve the problem? No. Then, who solved the problem? Okay, listen to the story carefully, then you can find the answer. One day, a young man came to the palace. He said that he possessed powerful magical powers that could solve the king's problem. The king was overjoyed and gave him permission to start his work immediately. So, my dear children, I think now you got the answer. Who solved the problem? Yes, a young man. How? Okay, listen to the story carefully and you can get the answer. Shall we go to the next part of the story? In a very short time, the young man came to the king with two small parchments and said, Your Majesty, these are the spells that I have prepared for you. Whenever you are giving orders to your people, use the words that I have written here. If they smile, that means the spell has worked. The most important thing about my spell is that it won't wear off. It will last forever. The king was very excited. He saw a servant passing by and said the first word and asked him to bring a platter of food. For a moment, the servant looked bewildered. Within a few minutes, the servant was in front of the king with a platter of food with a smile on his face. The king was amazed. He uttered the second magic word and said, You may go. The servant left feeling happy. Before long, all the citizens began to obey the king. Not only did they comply with his orders, they complied with them willingly. Okay, children, do you know the words the king used? No. Okay. Shall we go to the end of the story? You have to listen carefully to find the answers. Okay. Soon the news about the young man who could cast such powerful spells spread everywhere in the kingdom. Before long, the old wizard heard about the young man and came to meet him. It's a great honor to meet a wizard as powerful as you, he said. Would you mind sharing with me the secret of your magic? The young man smiled and said, My friend, I'm not a wizard. I'm a teacher. What I wrote on those parchments were not magic utterances, but polite words. The first word was please, and the second was thank you. What our king lacked were good manners. Even though he was a just king, he didn't speak to his people politely. That's why his people disobeyed his orders. These polite words will turn any command into a kind, polite request. Did you all enjoy the story? Yes. So, my dear children, we can see that even The king should have good manners. So, we all have to behave in polite manners. So, do you know the words the king used? Yes, please. Thank you. So, try to use the words in your lives also. Let's find the meanings. Magic, strange, problem, honest, just, orders, punished, summoned, wisest, wizard, obey, disappoint, cast, efforts, spell, important, excited, amazed, comply, powerful, secret. You have to find the meanings and write them. There are some activities for you. Shall we go through them? Read and underline the correct answer. Read and fill the blanks. There are two activities in this page. You have to do the first one. Read and underline the correct answer. Number 1. The king was. Number 2. His people did not. Him. Number 3. He did not want to. His people. Number 4. The king summoned a wizard. There are two answers. You have to find the correct answer. Next activity, read and fill the blanks. One day a man came to the palace. The king was and gave him permission. The young man came to the king with 2 parchments. The king was very. The first word was and the second word was. So I hope that you all have done the activities well. So, shall we move to the next activity? Read and write the name of the persons who utter the following statements. Your Majesty, these are the spells I have prepared for you. You may go. It's a great honor to meet a wizard as powerful as you. My friend, I'm not a wizard. I'm a teacher. These polite words will turn any command into a kind, polite request. Now it's time for textbook activity. Activity 3.5, page number 29. You have to do that activity also. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.